Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Selamat siang, Bapak Ibu sekalian. Kita akan segera mulai sambil menunggu teman-teman lain berdatangan. Saya undang Pak Aswin untuk sedikit memberikan pengantar terhadap kegiatan ini dan kegiatan yang sebelum-sebelumnya dan beberapa hari ke depan. Pada Pak Aswin, saya persilahkan.
Oke, terima kasih. Thank you Pak Faisal. Good afternoon everybody. It is our honor to have again duo from France, architects and landscape architects. So today is the third day in our program that in the whole week we have series of workshop, studio workshop. In the Monday we have a studio for architecture program, and then in the Tuesday we have a studio workshop for the landscape program, and today we have lecture series in this room for the students, and this evening actually for the professionals in the EV building in Purnawarman. So hopefully we have guests from both IAI, the Indonesian Institute of Architects West Java, and also IALI, Indonesian Landscape Architect Association in West Java. So we do hope that in those events we have a fruitful discussion, especially related with the profession, both architects and landscape architects in France and in Indonesia. So anyway, yes, another program this year is the exhibition. We already held in collaboration with EV the third time here, Melanie. Twice or the third times? Or twice, yes. Last year we have also exhibition from French architects. Now this year we have one exhibition, Ajab. Ajab, the collection of young architects and young landscape architects in France. So this exhibition until Friday this week, and we do hope that this exhibition open for everybody, free from 9 to 5. So without further ado, that is our collaboration program with EV. So we hope that we can collaborate in the next year again, exhibition and inviting prominent figures from French architects, architectures, and landscape architectures, of course, yeah. Okay, I give the opportunity to Pak Budi Faisal again for this lecture series.
Okay. Thank you very much, Pak Aswin. I would like to introduce only a nickname of our prominent speakers, yeah, and I will not mention their full name because it's a bit complicated for me to pronounce it. So we have Stan, yeah, right, and Arnaud from LGN Atelier. Is that right? LGN means nomadic gardeners, something like that. And they will introduce themselves, yeah. And we will have around 30 minutes presentations from both of them, and we'll have question and answer for 1 hour. So please be ready with the questions, and hopefully we'll have a fruitful discussions. Yeah, I think they will be more than happy to discuss anything regarding landscape architectures and France. Thank you very much. I'll give the time to Stan first. Yeah.
Yeah.
The time is yours.
Thank you. So thank you. I want to thank you to the university to invite us to these lectures. So today we will talk about our job, our project, and how we managed to create our studio in France. So our studio is called like Nomadic Gardener, We are three, in fact. We're not just two, but two today. The last one is called Richard Marriott, and this is Arnaud MERMET-GERLAT, and I'm Stanislas CHUZEVILLE. We are three landscape architects. We study in Belgium, in fact, and our school, our diploma, is done by an engineering school, by an agronomy university, and also by an architecture school. So the three of these three entities create our studies. At the end of our studies of our school, we create a team to create a new way to do garden, to create a new project that we cannot be done in, let's say, in traditional film, in traditional studio. So maybe I can also say we have a change at the end of our school. We create this team, and we wanted to transform our studio, so we applied to the price of the AJAP, the collection of young architect and young landscape architect, and we win the price of it. It's a really good price for us as a young architect and young landscape architect, because it allows us to develop our business. It allows us to create new things, to collaborate with new architects and new artists, and etc. So with this price, we were able to develop and create our own agency called Atelier LGN Studio, and we developed an attitude, an approach based on three things. It's like know how to get down, and making the project known. So we will try to, to show you some project, and we'll try to explain you how we can work on this project, how we can develop new approach. I will begin with one project. This project is called Le Syndrome de la Page Blanche. It's in English. It's hard to translate. Yeah. Maybe we can call it the blank page syndrome. It was our first project. It was for a festival of land art and a festival of garden, festival of also landscape festival. It was in the north of France. It's a territory where at the beginning, for centuries, it was a wetland. After, people want to use this territory and they use the soil to make vegetables, to cultivate salad, tomatoes, chips, cabbage, etc. And it's pretty rare in France, this territory. So after that, for centuries, till I think the 19th century, there is a crisis, and this territory was not so much profitable. We cannot make so much money making by using this soil and making some stuff with that soil. So people, after this crisis, ask them to what they can do of this land. So they wanted to use that land as a place to rest, to have to have some vacations, some holidays. So this place transform itself at a vacation place. So they put some cabin on it. They put some, I don't know, barbecue, some fishing pond, etc. And after that, the land was deserted, and people ask what they can do with that land because they are it's deserted. So the government wanted to save this land because it's really unusual to see that in France. It's really a pretty rare place. It's the government, the local government, wanted to create something to save this land. So they think about create a land art and also a garden festival. So they create the festival called Art, Cities and Landscape. And we decide, when we see that festival, to answer to this festival and to apply to the competition. And we design an island on this festival, and we imagine a new use of this place. And we, for this festival, yeah, I will maybe I will show you. So this is here the wetland, and this is our island. And all the island, there is some other art installation or landscape installation. So we design a new island where we put all the island in white, because in French we say not a blank page but a white page. So we decide to all change this island in white. So we use the cabin inside this land, and we transform it. We create like a camera obscura. It's like a big point of view. You can see here the point of view on the wetland. Why we do that? Because we think we don't want to create like an art or just to put some stuff on it just like that. We wanted to show to people how we can, this island is the base of an art. We wanted that. We want to show people that the base of the art and the true art of this island, it's the landscape. So we wanted to develop and to show to people that the beauty of this space. So we also put on water some trampoline, some of this sculpture, some of this structure, and also here we develop some terrace, and also we put some flower in white, and we also paint all the tree to create these white pages. So that's it for this project.
The second project is named Les Clés du Potager, the keys of the vegetable garden. It's a project we designed in the northwest in France, in the park of Castle, 18th century castle, and there is in this park an old vegetable garden unused for 1 century, and when it's a cultural center and art center now. And when the art center called us to imagine something in this garden, we just find a place too big for us, and it was really difficult to imagine something because we have not really money for this project, so we have to imagine something special with no money. So we decided to design with the population, local population, and we just decided to, we just think to imagine to cut the wild grasses and just a straight line, and to divide this big space in smaller spaces and a small parcel. And we just said if which one want to come here and cultivate or make something in this place, you choose a parcel and we give you the keys of the garden. So make what you want here. And so the first step was just cut wild grasses. And after some times we find different association and different we find some gardeners and landscape architects want to come here to make something, and we develop for the first years different spaces. We have in the center we have shard gardens for vegetables. We have an installation made by a collective of landscape gardener. A small biodiversity maze where we put some seeds and we just look the flowers grow. And we create a small garden in the old basin. You can see that, where we put flowers inside, and we invite the public to come here. And finally, in this park for land art and this art center, the owner decided to put the cafeteria inside this part of the park because it was very funny to be here. And today we don't know what's happened in this place. It's not our project, it's the project of a local population. And so we don't know if the spaces where there is just where there was the white grass, if there are new projects or not, or we don't know. So it's not our problem. It's not our project. It's a project for people. This project, it's a project we built in 2014. It's at the beginning it's an exchange between France and United Kingdom. It's in England. It's a program where French people, French artists and French landscape architects are invited in England, in the northeast in England, to imagine some projects in the city. So we received a terrace for a restaurant, and it's a place just very close to a river, and it's an old place for unload goods. And this is now it's the restaurant, but before it was a warehouse. So we wanted to create a space for imagine what happened before, but it's a terrace for a restaurant too. So imagine what it's today, place for unload goods. And we took a symbol of transport of goods with the pallet. It's a special pallet, it's a size, it's the name of the pallet, it's a Europe pallet. And all the furniture, it's made with this side, or this table, maybe it's two pallet long. This is one pallet exactly for a table. It's tools. It's three tools. It's one pallet, and all the furniture it's made like this. And it's important for this project because it's close to the river, and this river overflowed each year very often, maybe one time by month, maybe. So it's very important to move this old terrace very quickly. So it's important. It's why we use pallets to make this project. So this is the terrace, and for the opening of this terrace, it was the best day in the history of the restaurant, because no one understands what it's exactly, because this is a table, it's a tool, okay, but this just, we put pallets and you can sit in these pallets, and so it's a little bit informal, and it was new in this city, so everyone say, come with me to this, to the warehouse, and it was a really great opening for us. This project is for a landscape festival. It's in an old factory in the east in France, and it's a thematic topic for this year. It was the Peter Pan. So it's a little bit strange for us to imagine a story about a story. And so we decided to design when Peter Pan take his flight. So we start this project inside the houses of the owner, the old owner. Now it's a public space. And we invite people to go out by the window, open the window, and we can run on a bridge, a small bridge, and jump on the trampoline. And we can see the baby very happy to be here. And here some child. It's a playground, really playground, and for adults it's a perfect place to rest and to do a nap maybe. So that's why for beginning our project or our studio, it was important for us to build our project and not design. So we decided to participate to a lot of garden festival in Europe, and so we designed and we built our own project. So each project we present now, it's we designed and we built the projects. This garden is for a festival in Spain, in the northeast of Spain. It's the topic was the music, so we designed a bamboo garden, and this project is interesting. because we create all the furnitures, all the plants, and all the music playground. It's made with bamboo. In this garden, you should to take a piece of bamboo and run around the garden and eat each piece of bamboo with different lengths, and like this you make some music. Yes, and it's a piece of classical music you can play here. Yes. So it's important for us that people are not passive but active in the garden. So here we can see Richard, the third associate, around the garden to create classical music. This is water garden in Portugal, and it's a music garden too. It was the same year because we just traveled between Spain and Portugal to make the two gardens. It was a little bit intense. And here it's like an orchestra of water. The name of the garden is a play of word in French. So fado is the name of classical music in Portugal, traditional music, and fa it's the name of a note of music, and do it's the name of note of music too, but it's a water in French. So in French it makes sense, but maybe not for me. Sorry. But all the garden it's like an orchestra, and everyone can play with water and sound of instruments in a garden. So it was interesting for that. And at the end of the garden, because it's just for 1 year, these passings travel all around Portugal, maybe now again. And it's to make the promotion of the festival all around Portugal. They installed this in some place in village, and yes, it's a free reused approach for this garden. This is another garden in the south in France. Here we have to create a garden for the Mediterranean plants and landscape. So we decide to create five bubbles, like 5 domes, and in each dome we have a sense. The different sense, or in the first one you can smell, in the second one you can hearing different sounds of the Mediterranean garden. In the third you can maybe it was to smell, to touch, and the fourth it was to sight, because we are very close to the just here we don't show it, but it's the sea, and it's a very, very beautiful place. And in the last one we can I don't remember, we can taste leaves of here. We can taste different plants of the and fruits, yes, like citrus or orange, lemon. And yes, we invite people to walk inside each bubble and imagine the different landscape in the Mediterranean landscape. This is the special project for us. It's a project. You can see it between on the work between 2 lakes, and it's a very beautiful place. And it's a big park for birds. and we wanted to create a place to observe the nature, and we make the choice to design something with the nature spirit, maybe. We don't know exactly what it is, but it's each one have an idea. So some people say it's a kind of flower. It's maybe a flame. Maybe it's each one want have an idea, different ideas. So it was interesting to know that. And it's important for us that it was adapted to the scale of the park. So it's why it's a little big, maybe it's 6 meters high, and people can come inside this, and we create with this form a window to observe the landscape. It was an experimental project, and maybe just 3 days after the end of the construction, one of the structure shut down. So it was we tried, and so we have to restart the project and redesign something. So we create this project. It's a little bit less funny, but it's stronger. And it's the same. We can always observe the birds and the migration, and now some people say it's I don't know the arts of the birds. Nest, the nest, yes, exactly. It's a kind of nest, and people can come inside in this nest and imagine the life of birds and this project, it's we don't want just to create just garden and landscape installation, but we want to design something for urban people. With this box, you can exchange your water bottle, plastic water bottle, and your cans in aluminium. You can put this in this box, and in exchange you can receive and try to win a seat. So if you win seat, it's like a jackpot. You push on a button and just look if you win 3 symbol of seat, and you can win some seeds. And with this seeds, it's a proposition for urban people to imagine what they could do with these seeds. Just plant at home, on your balcony or on your terrace, if you have a terrace. It's if you want to put your seeds in the public spaces, if you want to offer to someone. And so with that we can imagine how people could be our public spaces and our daily places. How it's possible to put some plants and so yes, it was a positive cycle when you can exchange your waste between plants. Yes. This project, it was for the city of Lyon. It's in the southeast in France, and this is in the same city, and it's for maybe it's, I think it's an event. It's a show event. Yes, it's an event in the third weekend of September, if I remember. It's a parking day, and all around the world people can just take place of parking. So we just make something to the place of the cars, and it's an invitation for people to imagine what it's possible to do when there is no cars in the city. So we decide to take some wheels, some public art we can take in the city and make furniture with that, and invite people to create spaces, different spaces in the city for imagine what is the future of the city without cars. So a school come to this place it was a Friday, and they draw on the soil what they can imagine for the future and what they want to make here. This is a special project. It's not because we are landscape architect, we decide to just create garden, but we want, for us it's just an open door to imagine, to create a special project. For us it's just landscape, it's a place to play. So this is it's a room for an hotel. It's the Ice Hotel in Sweden, and we wanted to create just to go there because it's so amazing place. So it's an hotel created with the ice take in the river and snow. You can see the snow, and they just take casing and put snow above, and at the end we have a lot of channel. They create a different wall and some doors to go inside to create different bedrooms. So we win the contest, and we are invited to create and to build our room. We are here, and we never do that. So we are with maybe one of the best sculpture on ice and snow in the world. It was very interesting to discover this world. And here we can see the different tools we use. It's a chainsaw, it's a engine to create glue with ice and snow, and a lot of special tools to create. This is our project. It's Casablanca. It's inspired by the Oriental. Yes, Casablanca is the name of the city in Morocco. So it's we imagined something around this, and here maybe we can see me with an iron to clean the ice and to make something clean. Here it's the lantern created with CNC. I don't know if it's something CNC. It's the name of a router to sculpt numeric tools to sculpt the ice or the wood or what you want, but here it's for the ice. And it was a funny experimentation.
So another part of our job it's also another part of our job. It's also to teach. We think it's not just we want to create, but we have to teach, to try with children to create some stuff, to create new projects with children. and also for young students too. So I will show you maybe one or two projects about that. For the first one, it's called Les graines de l'échange. It's called that. It's like we can translate that like the exchange seeds. I don't know. It's a project between two countries, between France and United Kingdom, in two cities, at the north of France and at the east of the United Kingdom. And we want to create a link between two schools, because I think it's something important to create link. It's a part of our job, our approach. We want to create link between people. I think it's important for landscape architect to create this. So we decide to create this link to create a seed ball, and we want children create seed ball for the other school. So French school design seed balls for the English school, and English school design seed ball for the French school. Seed ball is like that. It's a small ball of compost use with clay and also seed. So we make a ball of it, and after that we take this ball and you can throw it away, or you can put it on I don't know, on garden, and we will see what it grows. We try to do that with French pupils and also English pupils, and they exchange also a garden, in fact, and also letters. So it was a really pleasant project we designed on it. Also another project, we went to French school to create with high school. This is high school students. High school. We wanted to go also to high school to say to students and pupils that there is a landscape in your school. So we went in this school, it's in the north of France, too, and we show them and try to study with them our own landscape. So we try to develop a new project, new kind of an observatory point, sorry, and also we talk about the vegetation and also some other stuff. I think it's something really important for us to make this approach. This is also another point of our work. It's about aiding garden. I think at the beginning it's more like an American or an English approach, and it's something we like because it's not too it's kind of new for us, but it's not too easy to work on this because it's all about healing, it's all about sickness too, it's all about all people, and it's not easy to manage the garden about that. So we try to understand how we can do the best spaces for elderly people, for people who got Alzheimer's disease, for people who are disoriented, and we develop a technique, a new kind of way to study this kind of garden and to make a garden for the institute who got Alzheimer's disease people and also disoriented people. So we try to understand by visiting a lot of garden in France and also in Europe, and we develop with doctors, a lot of them, a new approach of that, and we just begin to start by building some new garden for some new healing garden, I guess.
So we don't create just public garden. We create a private garden too. This garden is for a man who wants to create a cider production in the north of France, and he wanted to create a place where people can come in this park and take by himself all the fruits and all the vegetables and produce in here your own meat and all what you want. So it's very interesting for us to create a private garden like this, and so it's a work in progress project, and we hope it will be continued to develop this project, and we don't know what's happened in the future with this, but we hope. This is work in progress too project. It's different apartments, maybe I think it's 50, and we designed the central short space, and this we want to use the same approach with a collaborative project we developed by all those projects, and we decided to just build the solid materials, and we decided that all the plants will be planted by the future inhabitants. So I think it will be finished at the end of this year, and we go back to this project with the inhabitants and finish the project with them. This project it's in the south of France, and last year we won another project in the same city, and because architects and developers like this first project and what we imagined, so they wanted we imagine something similar in another place. So we win a project here. It's two parcels. It's maybe 60 and 40 apartments, and we will develop the same approach of the conception and thinking project. So it's not just now we want to create new work also for the private developers and not just public, because it's not easy to live with just with the public project, and it's difficult to create, to build, to design, and to make money with this kind of project. So we want to take the same approach, but we want to work a little bit for the private sectors.